All right, let's continue. Okay, there's a correction I want to make. Okay. Yeah, okay. Now, instead of having what I did before, I want to go this route so that we don't have to do much cramming. Let me go through this route. Okay. Just a sec. Let me choose another folder to work on, and I'll explain why. Let me work on this folder. I change the name to work police session. They have work session practice. Okay. As usual, I have already done my work. It's called it's called practice 2. So I come here, I open a new repository. Open a new repository. Remember the name I used, practice 2. So I come here, I call it practice 2. Practice 2. Okay. Now, if you don't add a README file, please don't add a README file, and I'll tell you why. If I click on create repository, just write the name and create a repository. Now, it gives you the command that you can use in initializing your work, all here, so you don't need to cram them. But if I had clicked add README file, it will not lead me to this page. It will rather navigate to the page that we saw when we were working with building on GitHub first, then going and adding file when we're working with this other pattern. So basically, if you don't create, it will not bring you to this folder. I just wanted us to come to this part so that we can see these commands. We can see that you don't have to actually cram all of this. It's already here for you. So what they're saying is that, first of all, initialize your work. After initializing your work, you can add a README. You can then you commit your work. Git branch, create a branch and push to remote. But let's go ahead and work it out and see. So I've opened that. I have that folder, practice 2, and I want to. You can open it with your VS Code, the way you normally open. Just the way you normally open. And just open it with VS Code. Open your VS Code and navigate and open it. Okay, so this is that folder, practice 2. Now, for now, it is not linking to that one on the remote. They are not linking. So what I can do to make them link, what I can do to make them start linking up now, I go ahead and git init. This is the first command, git init. It has initialized it for me. Immediately that happens, you might not see what is created, but it has initialized it. Normally, it creates one .git file, which is not really visible here. Okay. Now, the next option says I should create a README file, which is not very compulsory. Not very compulsory. So, but the one that's compulsory is how to push it to the remote. So let me see. Okay, just follow these steps. After you do that, go ahead and add. Okay, we've not created any README file, sorry. Before we add, we have to create a README file. I'll manually create a README file here. readme.md file. So that command is saying that we need to add the README. But now it's empty, so I'll just copy this command Adding means you are staging it. So I've staged this new file I created. The next step says git commit. I want to commit these 3 changes I've made so far. I want to commit them now to remote. So please, if in case you don't want to start cramming it, you can just follow these steps. You can change the name first commit, call it something meaningful. Say added, you can say add readme, or initialize git and add readme, or add readme file. That's fine. Add readme file. Then the next step says git branch. What this does is to create a branch for you to work on instead of working on the master branch. This just follow these steps. Okay. Now you can see when I did git branch -m main, what I'm saying is that I need you to create a branch for me called main. It has created a branch called main. After creating the branch, I didn't show you here. This place was called master before, but it has changed it to main. So I'm saying that my main, it has changed the name to main. It was called master before, but it has changed the branch to main. As I said, please bear with me on these steps. You understand them as time goes on. You understand the difference between a main branch and a feature branch. But just follow these steps. Now, I want to now go ahead and push this now to my remote. So see the code, git remote, add origin. I'm adding this origin. I'm adding this remote, this work I have. I want to add it to my remote server. Okay, I think that has been done. Now, the last step, this one, git push hyphen. So I'm not doing, I'm just copying and pasting. So let's see what happens. So if you follow these steps correctly, you now have everything you have on my machine is now found in everything I have on my machine, it's now found in this repo. It did not push this one. Oh, I understand why. Okay. We've successfully linked what we have on our local machine here. But you might have a question. So far, we only have this readme file shown. We don't have this carrier.html, index.html, and this image folder. Can you see what happened? We don't have it. We don't have the others here. We only have this readme file. Are you seeing it?
Yes, sir.
Now, this is why that happened. Let me expand this. And if you're working, another thing I want to be, if you're working, once you see this means that there is a current work you've done that you've not pushed to your remotes. That is what this thing means. This source, you can use this source controller to track. And if you look, these ones are still showing green. It means that I have not, I added them to this file, but they are not yet found in my remote server. So, and this is why they were not pushed. Let me show you. When I did git add, I only staged the readme file. I did not stage the other files. When I did git add, I specified the file I want you to stage. I'm saying stage and push only readme file. Don't push the other files. That was why these other ones were not pushed. So in that steps that we are following, instead of writing readme, because in their own work in online, they were not having any of those files. I have those files. So in that step that we're following, instead of specifying a particular file to be staged, you just click on dot. Dot means stage everything. Stage everything in that folder and push it to remote. So if I now do this, I want to expand this so that you see how the call of this changes. So if I now do this, I click on enter, then I now say git commit. Git commit add HTML files. Okay. So I've added the two of them. You see, it has disappeared from here. After adding it, and I still have to push it again to the remote server. Can go with git push, git push origin, git push origin, main. Okay, so they've been pushed. So I now have them here. So if I refresh, these are my folders. So you can see how it's after creating it in my local machine. You create a repo on GitHub, follow those steps. But the only part of the step that you might have to tweak a bit is instead of doing git add readme alone, just do git add spacebar dots so that you can stage everything you have in your folder and continue with the step. And automatically it will just push all your folder to the remote. And subsequently, as you want to work, you go back to the pattern we said before. As you work, if you want to stage git add, git commit, git push, git add, git commit, git push, just like that. You do add, you commit, you push origin main, and that's it. As you update, like if I update anything on my local machine now, I have to go through these three processes. I have to go through the three processes: add, commit, and push. So is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Suka, are you clear?
No, I'm not with Sundar, please.
Yes, I'm clear.
If we disappear from here, give us video later.
All right. Okay. Before we go today, I will. What time? How many minutes do we have? I would like somebody to go through this process and push their work me now. So who will volunteer? I don't want to call anybody. Anybody can volunteer. Share your screen and do it for us.
So will it work if we've not registered? We are not signed into GitHub.
You can do it now. It doesn't take less than 2 minutes. You're already signed in. All right, go ahead. Suka, share your screen and do it for us. Let's see.
This one.
Oh, David, you want to go? You want to try it? David, you want to try it? All right, David, go ahead. Share your screen. Let's.
No, please.
I can't hear you.
I will do it. What I'm sure of is that, can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you now.
My next work will be online, you can view it. So that's why I can show you. But right now.
Okay, who can do this for us? Suka, are you in a place we can do this for us? Hello?
I'm not. Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, can you implement this for us?
Let me try.
All right, go ahead and share your screen. Go ahead and share your screen. Let's see.
Can just stop me.
No worries. All right, go ahead and share your screen. Let's start. You have to be fast in this session. Hello?
Yeah, let me switch to my system.
Okay, that will take time. I just needed somebody who, okay, see what we can do, what we'll do. Go ahead and open a GitHub account and follow the video and implement it. When we come for next meeting, if you have a question, we'll ask and we'll try to fix the question. Because of time. I was thinking you were close to a system or something. All right. Any questions, please? Because this is our last segment for today.
There is no question, but Toby wants to show us, he wants to demonstrate. It's just that his system the audio input is not really coming up.
All right, no worries. That's why just create the.
Oh, practice it here, no problem.
Yes, go ahead and create the repo. Try to upload your file, and if there is a challenge, you let me know, and we'll show what we've done so far. Because by next class, I want to see all your codes on GitHub. In fact, the challenge.
Oh, see that.
The challenge is before next class, please drop the link to your GitHub repo. Drop the link to your GitHub profile on the Slack channel. I want to be able to open your GitHub profile and see. Is that clear?
Okay, sir. Noted.
Yeah. So if I open it, I'll be able to know if you drop the code there or not. I'll be able to ascertain. So having said that, we'll be stopping for today. Then hopefully by next week we can start introduction to JavaScript. But I just wanted us to get these basics and as
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for your time.
no worries. Okay, so any question, any thoughts, comments?
Please give us videos.
Thank you, sir.
All right, I will try my best this week.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
God bless you, sir.
Amen. Thank you very much. All right, the absence of anything